There's a 28 cubic foot 4-door French door that has a lot of great features. This particular model, we have different versions. Good. We have different versions of this model with or without the Wi-Fi. We also have a food showcase version of it without the Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of different things to talk about here. On the 8-inch LCD screen, we have a bunch of different apps that you can set up in your home. There's a memo. You can add a new memo. You can write a note to your husband or wife or little Timmy or Susie, letting them know what's for dinner or remind them to feed the pets or whatever you need to remind them about. Or you can keep your shopping list. Next up, we have Pandora Radio. If you have a Pandora account set up, you can log into it here. It will usually take you through the whole sign-in process, but once you're signed in, as long as you don't press sign out, you're good to go. And you've got a bunch of, whatever radio stations you have set up for yourself on Pandora, you can access from here. It's a little difficult to hear it right now because we've got so much other noise in the room, but it does play through the speakers and you can hear it if you're working in the kitchen. Epicurious allows you to search for recipes. It actually accesses the Epicurious site, and you can search for all different kinds of recipes. You can figure out based on what ingredients you already have in the house, what to cook for dinner, or you can come up with some new creative ideas. The kitchen phone and phone mirroring I can't demo right now because of the overtaxing on the Wi-Fi that we have set up. But kitchen phone would allow you to actually answer your phone from the screen here if your phone is in the other room. Phone mirroring has a lot of great options too. Whatever you have set up on your Samsung phone, it works with Samsung S5 and with the Samsung Note 3 phones, the Android 4.4 or better. And it'll allow you to, whatever you can see on your phone screen, whether it's pictures, whether it's setting it up to watch the babies in the other room, to watch the crib, you'll see what's going on here. You can see what your phone sees. Kitchen TV, you can have that tied into your television set if you have a Samsung TV, and it will allow you to keep up with what's going on your favorite TV program when you're running to get the snacks or not miss that football play. AP News, when you get up in the morning, you're getting all the lunches ready, getting ready for your day. You can check up on the news, local news, world news, sports, whatever you like. You can also check the weather. Again, you can check for where you're traveling to or what's going on in your local area and plan your day accordingly. And then the arrow over here, you can, if you have a Google Calendar, if you have a Google account set up, you can check, this could actually populate with all of the different activities for your family for that week, so you can juggle who's taking whom to the soccer game and what time does somebody have to be over to their friend's house for a sleepover. If somebody's going to be traveling on business, whatever you have going on in your family, you can keep track of it through here. And photos. You can actually upload photos from an SD card. There's a little SD card slot right under here. Or you can transfer them from your phone. You can access from saved photos that you have in here. And you can run a slideshow. And since it's a stainless steel refrigerator, you can't put magnets on it, but you can show your family photos right here on the screen and have it show a slideshow, so you can keep up with that. So those are all the great Wi-Fi options that you have on here. In addition, inside the 28 cubic feet of storage, did it again. Just going to pull this one out now. Samsung's Twin Cooling Plus cooling system, which uses a single compressor but 2 evaporators, will help to keep the humidity level at a high level to keep your food 3.6 times fresher longer, or fresh 3.6 times longer. The Ice Master ice maker makes 10 pounds of ice per day. It'll store about 4 pounds, but if you're going through a lot, it'll keep refreshing it. 10 pounds of ice a day. That's 2 5-pound bags. It's a lot of ice. This is large enough to fit 28 bags of groceries, okay, between the refrigerator and the freezer. in the middle flex zone drawer, which is actually a counter height, so it's a perfect height for kids to be able to access their snacks. You can move this divider around for depending on what you have stored there, so it'll keep everything separate. And you can set this drawer at different temperatures, anywhere from a cold setting of 29 degrees to store meat and fish at a good, safe, low setting, cold drinks at 33 degrees, deli snacks at 37, or wine and party dishes at 42 degrees, a little closer to room temperature, so that your cheese will get to the right temperature for consumption and your wine won't be too cold. Okay. The handles on all of the larger Samsung refrigerators have this easy open handle, so it breaks the seal, so you don't have to struggle to open the freezer door because that suction that can build up. Okay, you have your auto pull-out drawer on top and a lot of great storage and easy ways to divide and organize. You've got your pocket over here for frozen foods or bags of vegetables. So the design of Samsung refrigerators really makes it very easy to organize and figure out a way to find all of those bags of groceries that you're going to store in here. It's good to note also that all of the 2014 models, almost all of them, are already ENERGY STAR compliant for 2014. So the ENERGY STAR requirements don't actually go up until September, but we've already launched refrigerators that meet that requirement. So this is Samsung's latest introduction into the refrigerator category with the Chef Collection series. As you heard before, the Chef Collection is really a hallmark of our lineup this year. And Samsung consulted with the Club de Chef, with the 5 chefs who were members of the Club de Chef this past year. And they let us know what are the things that are really, really important for when it comes to refrigeration to food storage. And keeping the overwhelming number one thing that's important is the consistency of temperature. Having food stored at the proper temperature and having that temperature remain consistent and not fluctuate every time you're opening and closing the doors. So that's what metal cooling is all about. The triple in metal cooling refers to, for the triple cooling, it's 3 evaporators and 2 compressors that enable each of the different sections of the refrigerator to be held at a different temperature. This is always a refrigerator. You can set it as a freezer, and this can be set to a range of freezer temperatures. This compartment down here is the fridge and freezer. This can be set to either refrigerator temperatures or freezer temperatures, depending on what your storage needs are. So if you have more fresh food to store at a certain time of year, you can set, or on a certain day of the week, because you don't need to set it for a long period of time. You can change the setting to, here, it's actually over here. You can change this to, take it over the lock. There. So you've got cool, freeze, and that the freezer will mirror whatever you have the freezer set over here. Soft, freeze, chill, or cool, which will be your refrigerator temp. So you set the controls there, it displays up here, but then it dims out once it's, after a couple of minutes. So this tells you your refrigerator temperature, this is your freezer temperature, and this is your convertible fridge and freezer compartment. This allows you to have, it's all filtered water, so you can either have still water, you can set this to sparkling water, or you can have it dispense your cubed or crushed ice. Excuse me? See, it's very easy to change the cartridge in there. Just pop out the old one and pop in the new one. Okay, so this model comes in 2 different versions. You can have it either with or without the sparkling water dispenser. Okay, and this, of course, is part of the Chef Collection, so it's the premium model. It has all of its other enhancements. The model over here is our 4-door entry from last year, and this also has the convertible, the fridge and freezer. but without a lot of the, the chef collection. It doesn't have it has the triple fresh cooling, and it doesn't have the metal cooling. So it's at a more lower price point, less expensive price point. But it still has a lot of flexibility for storage. You can, move these dividers around. It can fit plenty of gallon jugs or separate it out for the condiments, or it's got an enormous amount of flexibility. It still has the Ice Master ice maker for 10 pounds of ice per day.